Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel, and welcome to the Invention Guild. Now in this video we're going to be showing a very passive, it's probably as easy as you can get, AFK money making method, which will make you money gradually throughout the month, and is something you will do very little effort to maintain throughout the month as well. Now this can be a great method to maintain a bond, or just make some high gradual cash throughout the month, without having to put any effort into it, apart from buying some supplies. So this is going to be relating to using machines. Now machines is something which was released into the Invention skill after the first initial release. So it is something which didn't quite get the first big surge of information about, but it's something like a lot of players use, especially like players who don't play the game often. They would buy a item, whether it's to AFK, disassemble, or for whatever machine they decide to use, and they'll throw that item into the machine and then they'll log in 2 weeks later to harvest whatever it's produced. So there's a few different machines for us to talk through, and a few which are better and a few which are worse. And however, you'll need to decide which one you want to use or which method you want to go down as well. So this is going to be a little bit of a guide talking through, as well as using some wiki guides linked to what is the best viable ones, which makes the best profit, and which are the ones you want to be doing over others as well. Now, there's different forms of machines and also different forms of upgrade. So at level 60, you're able to unlock the auto disassembler. Now what this does, you put in some items into this, again it's noted, and this will basically just sit there and turn these items into invention components. Now these are really good for Iron Men who need to make certain parts to make, simple parts to make the divine charges. Very good for that, or just to disassemble anything rather than you doing it yourself and doing it the long way. This can also be doing it in the background while you're off and doing other things. The alchemizer, again, is very basic. You put stuff in, you put nature runes in, it will alch it for you. The generator is what you use to power your machine. The bigger the generator or the better the generator, the more energy you have, and the more energy you have, the more machines you can. So here is your generator. You start off with a basic one at level 60, and 60 is when you can unlock your machines. Admittedly, you are tied in to just the disassemblers until you can get to the next one, which is the alchemy one at level 72. But at level 80 you can upgrade to a large generator, which will create more power. And the power is what's going to help these machines work. So after the auto disassembler, you got the Mark II, which is the upgrade, and basically means it can either upgrade more parts, or it can upgrade a bigger variety, or it will make more components per hour by being able to do more parts. Partial potion producer is a low-key good one as well. It will make your unfinished potions for you. Automatic hide tanner will be able to tan your hides. Plank maker will make your planks. And then further on, you have the upgraded versions later on as well. So those are basically your machines. You have the disassembler, the alcher, you have the potion producer, hide tanner, plank maker. So what your generator uses, or what it basically works off, is divine charges. So it doesn't actually use quite a lot of divine charges. To be fair, it is quite cheap to use. It can store up to 500,000 per hour. And you have the availability to make up to, or use 6 machines here. However, it depends on how much power each machine uses. Machines, to sort of have them here and have them available, you need to make sure that you have the invention level, the current power available, as well as all the components as well. However, in terms of the machine hotspots, really good interface to work out what you can do, what materials you need as well. That is very well put together and very good. So just go to the wiki page now, which will basically talk through what is worth doing. So the alchemizer machine roughly transcends to about 8.1 mil per sort of interaction, or per week. So the way it works it out is for it to be 8 mil in this instance. It takes 8 hours and 8 days to do a full alchemizer machine, and it roughly works out for it to be 244k profit per hour, which to start with doesn't sound great, but when you realize that that's working 24 hours a day for you and it's doing nothing but making you profit, really quite good. So here at the minute it's highlighting incendiary bolts being one of the best ones, but what's really good about it down here is that it's pretty much got a lot of the common items which are used all down here as well. Now what I would say, don't just be linked to just for salvage, get inventive with it and check the out prices. So for me, I do Onyx Bolts E because to me they're some of the better items, but things like battle stats can go in here and make a fair bit of profit as well. In this, you're not really doing machines for your mils per hour. This is just going to be gradual, steady, guaranteed money throughout the month you're going to make with very little effort. All you need to do is every 8 days, 8 hours, go to your machine, harvest your stuff, put new stuff back in, then you leave it. It all gets done while you play, while you don't play. It's just constantly doing it all month long. So really, an alchemized machine can be filled just under 4 times a month. And if you could make that 8 mil, let's say 3.5 times a month, you're going to be making just under 30 mil. That's half a bond, and you've not even played the game. So you could do half of that. So you could do your alchemizer machine and do something like ultra compost or something else, and your membership's paid. And that's just one machine. If you had a couple machines, so if you had 2 alchemy machines, a partial producer for your potions as well, it all adds up, and you will make more money throughout using your machines. Machines are such a massive update, which I don't think gets enough like clout or sort of stuff thrown around it. So that's the alchemizer machine, and the auto disassembler as well is rated at 10 mil, so that's really good. So that's changing your 26 maple logs into divine charges. Now this will probably be via simple parts, so you will need to make the divine charges, but for the 10 mil profit you're going to be making, it's not that bad. And again, it is quite a long thing, but you're not having to play to do it, so it's very worthwhile doing. As well as the alchemizer machine, I'm sure the others are here somewhere. So we've got auto disassembler, alchemizer machine, partial potion producer is there. Now this one, I use this one for bonus XP weekend. So if I've got a big bonus XP weekend coming up, or if I know like we're getting close to one being announced, I'll just start trying like the unfinished potions, seeing what's working best, see what's working not so good, see what's cheap. And then for like a couple of weeks leading up to bonus XP weekend, I'll just be whacking partial potions for my machines full time. And in that way, I've got a nice stack of unfinished potions for cheap. I've not even made. So it's very good. And don't get me wrong, like some of these, especially the better like Mark II ones, do need a very high invention requirement. But anyone who's training invention, I would strive for you to say, look, do it by doing your combat, do it by doing your skilling. Like once you get invention up to a certain level, it's very easy because you've got all the items, whether it's skilling weapons, combat weapons, armors. You've got multiple things training invention at one big time. The biggest part for invention, is probably the grindiest bit, is up to like level 60 to get the first machine anyway. But even your base machines will still make you money without you having to do anything. There's a potion producer. The others aren't as great. I would go for the auto disassemblers, the alchemizers, and then after that, pretty much have your partial potion producers then, because the others, they're okay, but they really aren't the best. So we'll see if we can find them. So plank making machine is there. That's 390k. It's just not worth it. And the reason why this is so cheap, or these are so cheap, is because of machines. Like planks are worth nothing nowadays because of the machines. Because people aren't making the planks or having to run planks. They can just put them in a big machine and the machine does all the work for them. But that's it. So obviously the first three we mentioned, the alchemizer, the disassembler, as well as the potion producers, those are the things I would recommend. Those are the ones which do work really, really well. I run 2 alchemizers mainly, but I am looking to expand out. I do have the potion maker for when it's bonus XP weekend, but I probably want to be using it while it's not bonus XP weekend as well. I'd probably say my setup isn't the most efficient. But again, you can start this from level 60. It does get better the further on your level, and I do recommend Invention to leveling up because you get some massive benefits later on. But to be fair, the alchemizer is 108 for the best one. The auto disassembler best one is level 81, which for something which makes 10 mil, obviously for a long instance anyway, is very, very good for level 81. And your partial potion producer at 114, you're not too bothered about because you'll unlock the alchemizer and the disassemblers by then as well. But yeah, very much worth doing. Like I said, I'm currently doing Onyx Bolts. That's what I do. I'll come in once a week, throw in Onyx Bolts, throw in Nature Runes, and if I need to put some Divine Energy in, I will do. And then I just watch the cash stack up. And it's a really good way as well to hide cash away from you. That's how I sort of see it as well. Like I'll build up a big cash stack, and then once it hits like $1 billion each machine, I'll take it out, and then that way I'm sorted then. But what I would say, if you're doing alks, test different things. Don't go from the wiki, try different things. I bought these Onyx Bolts because they were cheap. But battle staffs, different form of armors, different form of weapons, they can be cheap. Especially on the back of a bonus XP weekend as well. You can buy like Royal Dragonhide bodies, battle staffs, anything which is produced in bulk for so cheap. Just throw it in your auto alchemy and you can make a small fortune from it. And again, this isn't to like make bank for your account. It's to pay off things like a bond, or just to pile a little bit of money up on the side, which you have to do absolutely nothing to do. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been machines. Obviously not a massive like in-depth guide. There are other places to do that. I just wanted to highlight things, show what I do, show how I do it. and show you what is here as well. I'm more of a guideline channel rather than your in-depth sort of videos. I would much rather sort of give you guys a general overview rather like me in bits and pieces. I really like you guys like seeing a video as an idea and then going to check in your margins and stuff like that and find out something better, because I'm sure you guys will find something better than what I've found as well. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave me a like, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.